Well, hello. I hope you can hear me. For some reason, I can't hear myself. What a great start. Alright, anyway. Well, my name is Zeil Libertas. This is completely new to me, so bear with me. I hope that I hope you'll enjoy yourself at least a little bit, even if it's for the scuff, right? Yeah, that's right. Let's go with that. One thing real quick I want to check is some sound. I'm not hearing myself. So there's scuff. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. I just had to double check the stream and make sure that there was actually audio, and there is. So, well, let's get to it. Yeah. So my name is Zeil Libertas. Starting first time, VTuber. So we'll get into who I am, what I look like, and yeah, let's get started. Let's do this thing. I'm going to let's take a look and see what I'm looking at, or what I'm looking like, huh? There's a I gave a little bit of preview on my Twitter channel, so yeah, of course there's naturally a picture of what I look like, but let's do it in motion, huh? Eh, what's that? Yeah, oh yeah, that's something shiny and flesh looking. Yeah? Oh yeah, it moves. It definitely moves. Let's let's uh let's uh let's move myself up a little bit, huh? Yeah. Eyebrows? Yeah, okay. Yes, the eyes do blink. I'm in full motion, so there is that, and yeah. Okay. So let's go up a little bit more, huh? Those are looking like some old eyes, huh? Yeah, just a little bit. That's okay though. Alright, so we'll go up a little bit more. Nose. Yeah. Yeah, the mouth moves. I never thought I'd get to this point, but the mouth moves. Yes it does. Just a little bit, you know. It's a work in progress. Now keep in mind that this is what I consider a version 0.5 on the model. Proof of concept, and also the design that I was kind of going for. So yeah. Also, we're not going to get a full body. I only did a half body on this model, and half body on the design. So we're only going to go a little bit. How do you like that beard, huh? Yeah, that's a nice beard. Haha. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, you know. And then I'll show you a little bit of what's going on. I got a hoodie on. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like a hoodie? Hoodies are fantastic. They're warm. They're comfy. You can wear them in the house. Wear them wherever you want. So, yeah. All right. That's pretty good stuff. All right, I'll show you a little bit of my jacket. Now this jacket has been, it's something that I like to think of as an old school biker's jacket. A lot of you guys who rode motorcycles back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. These jackets were always a big thing. You know, a lot of riders always wore these kinds of jackets. They're leather, you know, and they're very protective and but very stylish at the same time. And I always loved this design, and it was I couldn't let it go. I had to go with this as what I'm wearing on stream. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to move up just a little bit more, give you a little bit more view on what the jacket looks like. A little bit more. Oh, what's that design? Oh yeah, that's the design you saw at the beginning. I felt like this was kind of a cool design for what I'm going to be doing in this stream. And yeah, look at all them zippers. Although I don't have any handles to zip up and down. I just noticed that. Oh well. We'll do it live. So, this is my jacket. The logo is inspiration on, like I said, it's a combination of what I think I might try and do during these streams. It'll be an interesting experiment, so you'll have to bear with me. Alright. Alright, let me move back down. And we'll get started on some of the stuff that's going on. This is, it's kind of exciting. Alright. So we're back to normal. This is, yeah. Back up a little bit. Alright. Cool. So, well, my goal is, well, let's start from the beginning. My name is Zeil Libertas again. This is my first time streaming, big time, with a mic and everything. And there was a time way back when I streamed once or twice on another account, and I just I didn't feel like I was gonna be doing it justice, so I kind of held off. And then this VTuber thing just kicked off, and I was like, wow, that's actually really cool to be able to do, you know, to have this character on the screen. And it was just amazing. I'm a fan of anime. And to be able to have an avatar that moves and speaks and blinks and all that, all at the same time, was just amazing, you know? So I was like, yeah, that's the thing I want to do. If I'm going to stream, I want to do it right. And I want to be able to have my own character on screen and be able to be me without limits, I guess you could say. So here I am with an avatar and streaming. Let's do this, you know? Alright, so let's get into the slides, explaining what's going on and what we're going to do, or what we're going to try and do, I suppose. Let's see. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, so the first slide we got is about me. Who am I? Well, I already told you, I'm Zeil Libertas. So, Libertas. Libertas is Latin for liberty or freedom. And that's something that means a lot to me as a person and principles. So, it's something that is ingrained in my core. You know, be it freedom to do what you want, but, well, you know, within limits. You can, come on, people, let's be realistic. You can't just do whatever the hell you want. There's people involved out there, and you just can't just be ultimate freedom. But to be able to have freedom of choice and those kind of things, and it was really important, and I thought it would be a great fit to have that as part of my name. The Zeil part, that is what I'll be going by. So if you want to call me, you know, that I'll go by Zeil. Libertas is the extra part. So, as far as my age, well, let's be real. The bones are starting to creak, and that's rough, man. When you get into that point, it's a little disappointing, but at the same time, with age comes experience and hopefully a little bit of wisdom, and yeah, so that's my age. I'm not going to reveal exactly how old I am, but some of you may end up calling me a boomer, and I'm cool with that. That's okay. I actually have grown to accept that, you know, all you youngins have started calling all the old streamers boomers in chat, and that's really funny, and I think it's endearing. So my height is 180 centimeters, or in Imperial, it's 5'11" ish. Give or take a decimal point or space, whatever, you know. Weight, I totally forgot to put that on there. So, I mean, let's go with 200. You know, it's a nice even number. Or is it 180? Or we don't know. Hell, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know. I haven't been on the scale in forever. Anyway, let's go to the next slide, shall we? Alright, so my likes. Let's go with part one. I have several likes that I want to go through. In general, motorcycles, naturally. I have a Harley Davidson. They don't sponsor me, so that's, we won't, you know, I just love Harleys. I have one. I love riding it when I get a chance, and it's such a relaxing thing to do in my free time. So yeah, it's an experience all on its own. So if you ever get a chance to ride a motorcycle, I highly recommend it. So I love fall, spring, and a little bit of winter, but fall and spring are my favorite seasons. They're just the perfect temperature all year, you know, during those whole times. It's great. Fall, particularly the changing of the colors of the leaves on the trees, and it just, I don't know, it just gives me a lot of great nostalgia when I'm thinking about it. It brings me back to the days of when I was a kid and Halloween. It was such a fantastic thing. So, And then in spring, naturally, it's the going from the orange and reds and yellows of the leaves, and then you're getting the new leaves from coming out of winter. That's always a great time. Um, so yeah, fall and spring. All right. So I also love food and cooking. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, if you don't like food and cooking, or at least food, something wrong with you. There's so many, well, maybe not wrong with you, but you know what I'm saying. There's so much to enjoy with food. So I always love being able to explore different foods and flavors, and it's just, it's dangerous. You got to be able to get the right calories in and not the wrong calories in. Alright, so, and naturally I like chilling, just hanging out, being cool, my friends, whatever. All the good stuff, the fun stuff. I love traveling. I love being able to have the opportunity to go to new places that I've never been to. One of my favorite places that I've ever gone in my entire life was naturally Japan. I was able to go there for 2 weeks when I was a little young, coming out of high school, and it was an experience that I would never trade for anything. I learned so many things about the culture, and it was just an amazing thing. And I want to go again. If we're going a little bit closer to home, I'd say Yosemite National Park. It is one of my favorite places to go. I've been there twice, and I would still go there again and again. So yeah, there's so many places in this planet that it's just a fantastic thing to do. Just to go to visit and see what's out there. Naturally, conversation. I like talking to people. Like having good conversation. Yeah, like right now, we're having a great conversation, right? Well, at least the way I look at it now. I mean, I'm just starting, so viewers, who knows? I could be talking to a brick wall, and that's okay. Having a conversation with myself is okay too. But if I get viewers and people, coming along into chat and joining me on this little journey, I'd be okay with that too. Alright, so that's conversation. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. Nitty gritty. Yeah. So, anime. Steins Gate. Steins Gate is literally one of my favorite animes of all time. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just one of those things that I don't know. It was one of the animes that really just hooked me. It is a slow burn type anime where the first half was kind of like, slow going, but man, that 12th episode, holy crap. So if you ever was thinking about watching the show, I highly recommend it, because it's man, it blew me away. And so, which brings me to the next one, Full Metal Alchemist. Now, I love both of them. I always thought that 2003 version, fantastic. I even say with the 2003 version and the movie that followed after that, Conquerors of Shambhala, the way they did that whole story without having the rest of the manga to go by, I think they did a fantastic job. But I also like Brotherhood. Brotherhood's great. I would watch both of them if you're gonna. I would suggest watching both of them, but if you're only gonna watch one, I would start with the 2003 version all the way up through the Show Tucker uh, arc, story arc, and then continue on with Brotherhood. Skip past the stuff that the Show Tucker arc in Brotherhood because it goes in so much more detail in the 2003 version. And then a certain scientific railgun. Love it. Just Misaka is just a great character, and I love all the characters in that show. I do like a certain scientific, not certain scientific, but a certain magical index. I like that series. I wish it stayed better, but what are you gonna do? That third season was kind of and One Piece. One Piece I love. I've actually almost caught up to all the English dubs. Yes, I'm a dub watcher. I don't care what you say. Dubs are great. Most of them. A lot of them. Some are really terrible, and I get that. But I prefer dubs so I can actually watch the expressions on the character's face. So when you're having to watch subtitles, that distracts from all the visuals that are on the screen because you're too busy reading. That's the way I see it. So yeah, One Piece, love it. I'm having a great time watching that one. Now, Dr. Stone, it's still ongoing and it's still fantastic, and I think that's great. I'm having a great time with that. I do like Bleach. Bleach is great. Ichigo is such a great character. He's a good inspiration, to actually be like him, because he's always constantly fighting to go further. And I think that's a great way to live, is to constantly fight to go further and grow and just accomplish great things. So, excuse me. All right, next slide. Part 2, games. Nier Automata. Love it. Unfortunately, you're going to find this weird, but I haven't beat it. I got halfway through it, and I got distracted by another game. But I have a feeling that that's going to be one game that I want to play on stream and go through the rest of that journey with you guys. I'll probably start over. I do like most Legend of Zelda games. Most of the mainline ones. The Game Boy and the DS and those games I haven't played, but I'm hoping that I can get to them eventually. Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. These are great games to play, and they're fantastic games to play with people, and I like the challenge with them too. The Trail series, I don't know what it is, but the way they tell the story in those games are fantastic, so they always caught me. Xenoblade Chronicles X, the game's great. I need to finish it still though. That is the one thing about me that disappoints me a lot when it comes to gaming, is I tend to never finish them. But I'm hoping by streaming I'll be a little more motivated to finish these games that I've been wanting to finish for a while. But Legend of Zelda are kind of, those games are a little bit of a different one. I always end up finishing those, and Twilight Princess is my favorite out of all of them so far. Metroid, I love Metroid, and I love Final Fantasy series. Those are great games. Turn-based thing is starting to kind of go by the wayside on me, and it's something I'm losing interest. But you know, I can still get into certain ones if, as long as they're executed correctly. All right, so let's get into food. I previously said that food is one of my great things. Pizza, naturally. Who doesn't like pizza? All right, so Aurelio's Pizza. They're a place that's based in Chicago, and holy crap, they're just fantastic. Chef kiss. Yes, very good stuff. So, if you're ever in the Chicagoland area, generally in the southern suburbs of Chicago, check out Aurelio's. It's not your typical pizza. Like, everybody's obsessed with New York style pizza. But man, and I'm not talking about deep dish. Deep dish is for tourists, alright? The real pizza in Chicago is the thin crust, tavern style pizzas. Those are the ones you gotta get. Alright, so moving on. Japanese curry. Love Japanese curry. I love sushi. I didn't put that in there, but I love sushi too. The next thing, 12-hour smoked brisket. That is I don't, it's just, it makes me speechless. Like, being able to smoke something and then actually taste all that flavor. And man, it's so satisfying getting to that point, you know, when that 12 hours is done. Excuse me, I gotta get some water. And when you get to that point where, man, it just, all that flavor just hits you all at once, and I just can't get enough of the 12-hour smoked brisket. And then there's the cheap stuff, the mac and cheese. That is my go-to, like, guilty pleasure. I'll eat a whole box by myself, and I know that's not good. Don't do that. It's not good stuff. But it's damn good. And of course, meat. Any meat, I love meat. And I mean meat from an animal. Not that, we're not gonna go there. But just, I know you, chat. You guys are ridiculous. So, but anyway, let's move on. All right, drink. Water. Gotta drink water all the time. Stay hydrated, okay? All right, Pepsi. I'm not a Coke guy. I don't drink Coke. I drink Pepsi. If I'm having a pizza, I have to have Pepsi with it. I don't know why. It's just, that's the way it is. All right, tea. Unsweetened. I also like hot tea. Lots of hot tea. I like the loose leaf tea. Yeah, I'm kind of a tea snob. Just a little bit, but, you know, whatever. Coffee. Black. Nothing in it, just straight black. I don't know why, but it's just, you know, I used to drink coffee when I was a kid, going to the coffee shops and saying, oh, you know, I'm gonna feel like an adult by drinking coffee. And I used to put cream and tons of sugar in it, and man, it always gave me indigestion. And then one day, not too long ago, I tried coffee just black. But the main difference is that I ground my beans fresh right there, and then I poured over the hot water on top of it. It changed my whole outlook, not outlook, changed my whole perspective. That's it, on coffee. And now I love coffee. But only as long as it's black. Otherwise, I just can't do it. Alright, so alcohol. Now remember, I have to preface this. Drink responsibly, alright? alcohol is great, but you got to do it in moderation. All right, so as far as beer goes, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Vanilla Cream Ale. That is my go-to beer. Um, Again, I'm not sponsored. This is just something that I love. I love that. All right, and then Crown Royal Peach. Crown Royal, they're generally just a Canadian whiskey, and but they have these flavors out there, and they are fantastic. But the one that tops them out of all those is the peach flavored. Oh my God, it's so good. Hydration. Throat's getting a little dry. Stand by. Okay, as far as vodka goes, it's Tito's all the way. There's definitely some better vodkas out there, but they're a little more high end. But as far as a nice middle ground, Tito's is smooth. It's great. It's fantastic. Going back to the flavored whiskeys, there's one out there called Screwball. That's great. Another great one to drink all on its own. You don't have to add anything to it, and it's fantastic. All right, so next, in real life hobbies, cruising on the Harley, of course, naturally. I like going out on the road, and as long as it's not too hot or too cold and nice, and that's why I like spring and fall, because they're great riding weather. So, getting out on that road, it's true what they say about riding on a motorcycle, particularly a cruiser type, is like, it's therapy. It helps you just release all the negative thoughts in your head, because you're focusing on the great view that you have in front of you, and it's very relaxing. Archery. I just started getting into archery. I love it. And I've been getting into the traditional archery with a recurve instead of a compound. Having a great time with that. Target shooting and hunting I'm just starting as well, but target shooting I've been doing for a little while, and that's some good times with the long rifle that I have. I do like doing tabletop RPGs. I gotta get the right group. It can be a little daunting, being with a new group and not really being able to mesh well with the other players. But yeah, I still enjoy it when I get with some good friends and we just sit down, relax, and do that. And then also, I don't have it on here, but board games are kind of fun too. So, all right, on to carpentry. I dabble a little bit into carpentry, and so that's one of the things that I'm going to be thinking about experimenting with live streaming and doing carpentry on stream. So CNC art, if you're not familiar with what CNC is, it stands for Computer Numerated Control, which is basically a machine that you program to cut out what you want to cut. And the shapes that you want. So you program in a particular application, and you tell the machine to cut out the shape that you want, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. This is something I want to try and do on stream. So we'll get into that later. 3D modeling. I do a little bit in ZBrush and Blender, so on the computer I do some 3D modeling, which ties in well with not only CNC, because you can do 3D models on like a piece of wood or something, but it also ties into the next thing, 3D printing. 3D printing, I'm sure you may have heard of it. It's where you create a 3D model in the computer, and this 3D printer will create it out of like a plastic, if you will, like an ABS like plastic or resin. My 3D printer is a resin based 3D printer. So yeah. Alright, so let's get to the dislikes. Dislikes, summer. I hate it. It's too hot. I can't do it. I'd rather just stay inside in the nice cool air conditioning, and it's too much. I'd rather have it 76 degrees or cooler. Stupid drivers. I mean, who doesn't like, or who likes stupid drivers? I mean, yeah, they can be kind of funny to make fun of, but man, are they aggravating on the road. Overly complicated methods. So like, let's keep things simple, stupid, right? So for instance, stop overcomplicating things. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Don't like cooked mushrooms. Raw, I can eat those, but cooked I can't do. Bland food, hate it. Gotta have some flavor in there. Get some spices, get some flavor in there, and then we're good. Alright, so let's get to the meat. Streaming goals. Number 1, I want to have fun with fun conversation with chat, other people who I may meet. Let's have some fun. Maybe make some friends along the way, just like I just mentioned. Play a lot of games of all kinds. I'm into anything, or for the most part. Some of them I just can't get into. And I also want to promote and spread the love of skilled trades by doing some CNC milling streams, making stuff in 3D on the computer, to create on the CNC machine and 3D printer. Maybe throw in a bit of carpentry, like I mentioned earlier. That's it. Everything else would be a bonus. Any other things that happen, it'd be a bonus. What kind of content? Well, naturally, we're going to be playing some games. Whatever, you know. We're going to be chatting about random stuff. Maybe watch-alongs. I don't know. We'll see with that and see what we can do. Maybe do a little bit of 3D modeling in ZBrush and Blender to go onto CNC milling on my machine from time to time. And then 3D printing as well. And like I said earlier, possibly some carpentry. No singing, though. I don't sing. You won't be finding me singing unless I happen to be just humming something while on stream. But, yeah. I still like music, but, yeah. So, let's get to the streaming schedule. Generally, let's go through what it says on here. I would like to limit my streams to no more than a couple hours long, mainly because of real-life duties compounded by a short attention span. I do have a little bit of a short attention span, so but if I'm having fun, it may turn into hours and hours of fun. But generally, I want to stick with around 2 hours. As far as days, 2 to 4 days a week, depending on my energy level and motivation. You know, real life happens, and sometimes you just like, I'm not feeling it. So we'll see what happens. I want to go for Tuesdays and Thursdays and weekends. Days can alter depending on in real life events. Target time of day is weekdays. During the weekdays, it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern, maybe 8 p.m. Eastern. There's other streamers that I like to watch, so I mean, I'm sure you do too. So I don't want to be able to overpopulate the schedule, so to speak. Weekends can happen anytime, early morning, midday, evening. It'll just primarily depend on how I'm feeling the day before. And since I'm new to streaming, much of this can change dramatically as I get used to streaming, and also depending on frequency adjustment, what I'm realistically able to commit to while balancing in real life stuff. So, yeah, this is kind of a side gig, and I just really want to just have fun. So, all right. So my socials, Twitter is at Zeil Libertas, no space in between. It's just one word. Tags and miscellaneous. Oshimark. I'm leaning towards motorcycle or the hammer for the carpentry part, dealing with wood and all that kind of stuff. But I think let's go with the motorcycle. How about that? Because I like motorcycles. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Because I'm sure a lot of you will most likely watch this later on. And I do appreciate you. If you are here live, that's fantastic. Say hi in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. But if you're not here, that's okay too. There's always the VOD, the VOD. Alright, so stream. I think we're going to go with Zeil Stream. It kind of rolls off the tongue just a little bit, little nice. And as far as fan art, if you got fan art, man, I appreciate it. I'll try and tag you. Oh, I will absolutely tag you if I find something and retweet it. And yeah, so put the hashtag Zeilistration. I think that was real nice, yeah. Zeilistration, yeah. Some people use the zeal or the lust at the end, and my brain always goes to lust. And I don't think we really should go to that very often. Or at least I don't. So, yeah. As far as fan names, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright? Kind of have to temper my expectations with this a little bit because it's my first time and not many followers, and that's okay. We'll get there. And I believe, yeah, that's it. So that's pretty much me. Let's go back to here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, if you have any comments, criticisms, feel free to make them in the comments below of each streaming platform. I will be streaming on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. I tried to stream on Kick, but for whatever reason, it wasn't letting me. It just wasn't going out. So I think Kick is going to be a no-go. But primarily, I want to focus on Rumble. It is a new platform, well, semi-new. I think it has the potential to provide the best freedom, Libertas, to streamers and content creators with less restrictions. I will be streaming on YouTube though, and we'll see where that goes. And Twitch. Twitch, whatever. Twitch is Twitch. But if I find you from Twitch, that's great. I'll be able to see your comments from not only Rumble as well as YouTube and Twitch. So if you're out there and you're tuning in, awesome. Just pop in, say hello, and maybe introduce yourself. I don't know, whatever. Let's have some fun. So yeah, on my Twitter, you can find me, like I said, at Zeil Libertas, and in my Twitter bio, I have the link tree that you can click on and find out all my links and everything to all my channels. Yeah, I do have a locals community that I've set up. I'm not quite sure if I want to really use it, but you know, it'll be more up to you guys, the viewers. If you would like that, let me know. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything left to discuss at the moment. And look at that, I hit it within an hour. That's not bad. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and yeah, click the follow, the subscribe, whatever, you know, come on by, and I will catch you guys later. Hey, and also don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, whatever, all those stuffs. And yeah, let's have fun, and I'll talk to you guys later.